Punch it, Margaret.
Hit it. Hey.
What's up?
What up, everybody?
Connor, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Bryan?
I'm doing good. And
Welcome
I hope
to Poor
everybody
Decisions.
I hope everybody else is doing well.
It is Monday the 14th. What episode are we on, Bryan?
This is going to be episode 64.
Ooh, we're close.
If I recall correctly. Yes.
We're getting closer and closer to
64.
to a nice podcast.
Yes, a noise podcast, if you will.
A noise podcast.
I should probably get all the noise sound drops.
Oh,
right
yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do something with
Just
that.
be like, noise. Yeah. Trade noise, if you will.
Well,
All right,
so you poured me a beverage here,
I already
sir.
poured you a beverage, yes.
Okay.
So kind of like a mystery beverage.
Yeah.
It's not a mystery to me. I already know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
And I had one, and then I said, these are awesome. I have a podcast record, so I'm going to buy some, and then I have myself another one.
From Diametric.
From Diametric,
From our
yes.
guys at Diametric.
Yes. So clearly you could probably tell what it is.
And it's definitely a seltzer.
Yep.
So
Cheers, sir.
cheers. Oh. Is that cherry limeade?
Nope. I can see where you think that, though.
That's really good.
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic.
Is that strawberry?
Oh, you're getting on the right track. Here, I'll hand you the can.
Cantaloupe acai. I never would have guessed that.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Only 5%, too.
Wow.
So shout out to Blake.
Yeah, Blake is fucking crushing it.
He does some fantastic seltzers.
Yeah, he does.
And he's super excited to be able to do the seltzers that he wants to do.
That he has, all say of.
Yes. Not, no sort of dictation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that's solid. Thank you for that, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, and I was at Diametric because the other day Nigel's like, hey, Nick and I we're recording Taylor from Burn Theory.
Yeah.
At Diametric. He's like, at noon. Well, and then it was like, I went to lunch with Jen today, and I'm like, Nigel invited me to something today. Like, I don't really remember what it was though. I'm like, or where, what, or when? I'm like, I feel like it was around noon. And then we were sitting there eating lunch. We went down to Hawaiian Bros. And then I'm like, oh yeah, they were recording at Diametric.
They were doing the podcast today.
Yeah, and so like we got done. I took her back to work, and I'm just like, I'm gonna drive over there just to see if they're still. Apparently, they had pretty much just started when I got there, a little after 1, because they were pre-gaming,
Of course.
as Nick and Nigel do.
As one does.
Yeah, they were making jokes during the podcast about Taylor was talking about. He's like, oh yeah, I was trying to go over notes and certain talking points. And Nick and Nigel are like, the hell are those?
Yeah, what?
In my thought, I'm
going
like,
blind.
I'm like, Connor and I have kind of done that before.
Yeah, we try to have stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
It's very loose.
Yeah. So, we just kind of post things or, share things, and Connor's got an itchy nose.
Oh, dude, my allergies have been killing me since, we spent time outside Saturday and yesterday.
Yeah.
And with the wind,
Oh, yeah.
I did yard work both days, and it was just like dust. And then we went on a 5-mile walk yesterday, and I'm just like, fuck this. I got sunburned, and oh my God, dude. So I don't feel great.
Yeah. Well, I know, I think it was, Saturday, one of Jen's kids was over here for a little bit, and so we were sitting outside, so we had to take an extra chair outside because we only have, it's like a bistro table.
Yeah.
It's like a high-top bistro table, so there's only 2 chairs outside for it. Well, we took another one out there. Well, we forgot one of them, and then we went out and did our business, hung out for a little bit, had lunch together, and then I went to work. And then Sunday, I was looking out there, I'm like, oh shit, well, the chair got left outside. I'm like, that's fine. Went out there, I'm like, oh man, there's, some dust or dirt or whatever got on the chair. Went to go wipe it off, and it turned my hand yellow.
Yeah, just
I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was rough, man.
Yeah.
It was rough. So I feel like I'm in a constant state of needing to sneeze right now.
Oh, I know you're feeling.
Oh my God.
Well, if you need to sneeze,
I will mute myself.
Let it sneeze, but
yeah.
Try not to sneeze on the mic.
No, I'm a professional. Semi.
Just snot rocket right into the mic.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm sure it would feel great, but.
Well, yeah. I'm actually, when I got home, meant to blow my nose, and I forgot. So I kind of am feeling some of your pain. So, what movies have you been watching, sir?
We haven't. We've been watching Reacher.
Oh, it's still on Reacher? I still haven't
Reacher.
watched any of those.
Yeah, we just started season 2, episode 1 last night. Yeah. So we're like burning through a season a week now. So
I really did enjoy season 2. Season 1 was good. Season 2, I really like because it has Terminator on it. Patrick, T2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Patrick Stewart. Not Patrick Stewart. God damn it.
I was going to say Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, no, it's not Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Warburton.
No, it's not him. It's not the Tick. He's, you'll as soon as you see him, be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the antagonist, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it because it's nice to, like, I don't know, watch something that is new-ish.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh well, what's a movie that chances are Steve and Lacey have seen, or that the three of us, definitely Gina hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, oh shit, Gina and I have never seen this show.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun watch, man. It's exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of action.
And I know, like, they go into more of his backstory of how he, kind of got into the way he is.
Yeah.
And he has a whole team that he used to work with, and that's a main point of that whole second season.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Like, it's not, there were a few. So in the first season, it's the episode where I'm trying to remember which episode it is exactly, but they go to a house that they think he's in, and he like kills everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then like at the end, the dude like beats the shit out of him with a crowbar, but he walks away like completely unscathed.
Oh,
like no bruises.
Reacher?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I get it. The guy is like a tank.
Yeah.
But he just took a crowbar to the nose.
Yeah.
It should be broken.
Yeah.
Like there's no bruises on his body.
Some liberties
There's
taken.
Some liberties,
yeah.
and don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, the guy is built like a shit brick house. But I mean, if anyone takes a crowbar to the face, you're going to have a broken nose or a deviated something.
You're not going to feel right.
Yeah. You're going to look the part too.
It's not like you can, your nose is not a muscle. You can't work it out.
Yeah. So like it's very little things where I'm just like, okay, I can suspend my disbelief.
Yeah.
Because it's just so like
it's more of an entertaining.
It's absolutely entertaining. And that's why I have no problem.
Yeah.
Like even in real time, if I was watching something, I'd be like, quick to point out that flaw. Like,
and I do that all the time.
I do it all the time too. But even then, I'm just like, whatever. He's a badass. The show's cool.
Jen was watching this TikTok, and it was supposed to be like a news update, and it's supposed to be from a credible source. But at the same time, I'm like, they're showing pictures, and I'm just like, it was about a helicopter crash. And I'm like,
oh yeah, the one in the Hudson.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's two different pictures. That's two different helicopters.
Yeah.
She's like, how do you mean? I'm like, well, this picture that's quote unquote supposed to be before they take off.
Yeah.
Has a white stripe diagonally across it. The other one that they're showing, they're pulling out of the Hudson and in flight falling apart, doesn't have a white stripe at all, and they have different numbers on them.
Yeah.
She's like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying
check your sources.
That stuff doesn't line up.
Yeah. Everything with a grain of salt, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That being said, we're like 2 weeks out from going to Italy.
Yeah, we got to do some extra recording.
Seeing all this stuff about like, I've never been like nervous to be on a plane, but I am a little like wary of traveling over the Atlantic for some amount of time.
Of recent. Well, see, and that's another thing I came across. Like, all that stuff's coming to light now. But I actually came across it's like a table, and it talks about or aircraft accidents.
Yeah.
So, and that can include
it is the safest
anything.
form of traveling.
It still is, yes. And but like they're making it sound like, oh, we haven't had any wrecks in so long.
Yeah.
No, really, we have. So this table shows like all the recorded incidents.
Yeah.
And again, that could be not necessarily a major crash. It can be kind of anything, right? That happens that
like
is lost time.
A plane veers off the runway or
yes,
something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And literally, like so far this year, we are actually looking at how we have less recorded incidences than over the last several years.
Wow.
At this time.
Wow.
So, like,
still, I'm a bit nervous.
Well, and understandable.
You know, we'll be fine.
I mean, you could go to bed and not wake up tomorrow, right?
I mean, yeah, I could not make it home.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully,
I'll make it home.
Yeah.
I'll make it home. That got dark.
Yeah.
Fast. God damn. Ooh.
I mean, I was trying to make light of it.
No, yeah.
Fun of it, but light of it. So a show I've actually been watching, and I've kind of been wanting to watch it, and I just finally said, all right, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and start watching it. Mindhunter. It's on Netflix. So it's
is that the one about like the serial killers?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's basically the starting of what is now the BAU, and it was called the BSU back then. And there's some fictional parts of this version, like they've changed names, but a lot of it's still based in actual events.
Yeah. They take some creative liberties.
Yes.
As it were.
Like changing names and adding stories that didn't happen, but then parts of it, like, of how the BSU actually got, formed, like talking to Ed Kemper, which was a co-ed killer, and a bunch of these other, serial killers, like they show some of that as well. And it's very interesting. And that's the type of stuff that I kind of nerd out on, just like the historical relevance of certain things. And
I never really got into the whole serial killer, like being intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, these people are fucked up and it takes a special person to do what they did, but watching those, like, shows just have never, like...
And part of what they do is trying to understand the psyche of those individuals.
Yeah.
And being able to, and they haven't come to the term completely, like, as they're going through the story, they keep coming, like, they kept referring to it as a sequence killer.
Okay.
And so then they determined, like, it's not really a sequence. Let's refer to it more of a, serial killing.
Yeah.
And they've had other terms where, like they're starting to come to the terms of, like, okay, we're starting to profile the, person, right? They determine, unsub, which is the unknown subject, right? And then you have, organized and disorganized.
Yeah.
Where organized is somebody who's methodical and really thinks about what they're going to do and executes it. Where disorganized, it's something that happens in just a heat of a moment, and like there's no sort of
repercussion that they think of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
it's a fucking weird mindset.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, wanting to get into the mind of it and figure it out, but like it just never.
And that's, I think that's where, like, I kind of fall in, where, like, I like having an understanding of the person as a whole. Man, I've talked about this at the breweries. Like, there's just certain people, that just don't understand how people are going to act or interpret certain things. And sometimes I feel like I have a better understanding of that, because, like, there's been times, they're like, well, why is this happening? I'm like, well, people are probably off doing this, and this instead. Yeah. They're like, well, why would they be doing that instead? And instead of, coming here or hanging out with us or doing this event. And I'm just like, that's not how, like, you can have these grand ideas of, like, hey, we're going to do this thing and it's going to be huge. And then it just flops.
Yeah.
And it's because you have to think about how human thinks sometimes.
Yeah.
And what they are more excited about. Like, when we did the last cornhole tournament, Nolan's been starting to work on, this partnership with the Rendezvous Climbing Gym.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was all right.
Did they, like, bring stuff to climb on?
No, it was, so the idea was they were doing something at the gym, and then inviting people over
to the brewery
for a happy hour.
Got it.
So, I mean, some people came.
Because I'm just like, are they going to bring, like, a portable, like, climbing structure?
And I know, I heard the gym guy talking about that for future,
potentially, like, there's
got
to be a waiver there. Like,
yes, absolutely. And you could do quick little waivers. I've seen them. When I worked at Blade and Timber, they had a mobile axe throwing, like, trailer type of thing. And it was just a quick little, hey, waiver type of thing. We give you a couple shots at hitting the target, and then you move on, basically. But like,
Lord knows there's plenty of outdoor space out there for them to throw up a portable structure to climb
like a
on.
bouldering type of thing.
Yeah.
Like you go up like 10 feet, you spend like 30 seconds on it, and you're done.
I mean, honestly, that's really not a bad idea.
No, absolutely not. I kind of forgot what I was saying leading up to that point, but
Nolan's.
I was talking about
events.
the cornhole tournament.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
they so the climbing gym gave us gift certificates for climbing time, and I felt like there was a major miss there. I'm like, you have to think about the people that are playing cornhole.
They're not going to be rock
versus
climbing.
the people that are do the climbing thing. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad gift or incentive because they can take those and possibly give them off to other family or friends or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you're not going to get those people that win those to go
the Venn diagram of the in between.
Yes.
Of cornholers and rock climbers.
The Grand Canyon could fit in.
Probably pretty small.
I almost feel like the Grand Canyon would probably fit in between it.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and not negating the idea. Sometimes you try to execute things that just miss, right?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of owning a business, right?
That's part of trying.
It's part of trying. Like, if you didn't try, then you never know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one of those things I used to teach my soccer kids a lot is, fail is not a bad thing. Fail is actually an acronym. First attempt in learning.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
it's like, hey, let's try this. Hey, it didn't work. Okay. We tried it, figured it out, realized it didn't work. Let's, we can still get to that end result. Let's try it a different way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's absolutely. I mean, that's life, is learning from mistakes and hopefully never repeating those mistakes again.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Exactly. So, speaking of mistakes, I recently have been starting to use, god dang it, Discord to start posting more of the stuff so that way it doesn't get bogged down so much into my nonsense that is my photo folder. The NFL's last 7 Final Four.
Oh, wow.
So going back to 2018, actually, a lot of these teams are repeating teams. I mean, obviously the Chiefs are every year for the last 7 years. The last 7. And then actually this year was like the real first mix-up in quite a while. And because the years before that, you had San Francisco, 4 of the 7. You got the Bengals on there, 2 of the 7. The Eagles are on there, 2 of the 7. The Rams are on there, 2 of the 7, but they had a 2-year gap.
Yeah.
The Packers on there, 2 of the 7. But going all the way back to 2018, you had the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Rams, and the Saints.
Wow.
And I mean, how far have the Saints fallen since 2018?
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, and then 2020 with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and that
was Brady's last year.
Yep.
And
that was the season that never was, because of COVID.
Yeah. And that was the second season because actually 2019 is when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, but technically the Super Bowl didn't get played until 2020.
Yeah.
So.
And then that's when the world shut down.
And I mean, you even got the Titans on here for 2019, and they haven't done jack all since either.
Yeah, I can't believe they made it. Wow, was that with Ryan Tannehill? That's got to be with Ryan Tannehill, right?
I think it was, yeah.
Wow.
So I feel like that may have been like Vrabel's first year.
Maybe.
So yeah, it's weird. It was an interesting little graphic I came across. Another one that I just came across though. Ivan Rodriguez, so Pudge, right?
Yeah.
Second career start in 91 had him catching for Nolan Ryan.
That's crazy.
That seems like Nolan Ryan played so much longer.
I know,
ago.
man.
While his last start was 2011, which it's hard to believe that Pudge hasn't been playing for that long now.
But that's 20 years.
Yeah, but his last start, he caught for Steven Strasburg.
Wow.
Who's just been this dominant, 2 of the most dominant pitchers in the game.
That's wild.
If you think about it, right? Oh, here's an interesting one. Literally just popped up on FanDuel. The last 10 NBA champions, it's flipped. So I guess it would be the opposite. right?
If the losing team won, is that what you're?
So, man, Cleveland Cavaliers would have been dominant. I feel like this isn't accurate though.
I'm confused.
It's
by
weird.
this.
Like I feel like flipped is kind of like an odd. It says, "What if the last 10 NBA Finals results were flipped?" Okay, so basically the opposite team in the finals had won. Because last year the Mavericks would have won. The year before that, the Heat would have won. You would have had the Celtics. But yeah.
The Cavs would have been a goddamn powerhouse.
Yeah, in 2015, 2017, and 2018, Cavs would have won. And it just cracks me up. Like 2016 and 2019, it would have been Golden State Warriors. And they won a few in this time.
They did. Yeah.
So, I mean, how dominant has the Golden State Warriors been? So, keeping it on sports. This is actually an interesting take. I do like this. So, and this came from Warren Sharp. I don't remember what site I pulled this from, but it says, trying to talk about the 18 game season, right?
Oh, yeah.
For football, which everybody seems like, okay, it's going to happen. And everybody seems to hate the idea of it.
I do.
I think the way
if they do it right, then
if this is the way it's broken down, I'm not mad at this idea. So, 18-game NFL season, 2 bye weeks for all teams.
They have to. They would have to.
I feel like they're going to have to, yes.
Yeah. And that would have to be evenly spaced out to give everyone, leveled playing field in terms of rest.
Ideally, yes. 20-week season, which seems obvious because we're on a 18-week season now.
Yeah.
With having 17 games.
Yeah.
Only 2 preseason games. That seems like the
That's
obvious
fine.
as well.
I mean, the first season is still, or the first month is still preseason technically because they're still trying to figure it out.
Well, I mean, you can say the same pretty much for any sport, really.
Yeah.
Right? Week 1 would be Labor Day weekend, which I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah.
Because then you get, I think you get Monday off.
That's a stink bug.
God damn it.
Motherfucker.
I'm going to have to do some
spraying.
Some spraying around the house.
That's what I did. I did that.
Yeah.
Feels good.
But usually, okay, you get Labor Day off, which is a Monday, right?
Yeah.
So all those games on Sunday, doubleheader on Monday, whatever, And most people don't work on Friday anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of people take Friday off to get, a long weekend, right? And so you'd have a Thursday night game. All right, I'm already off on Friday. No big deal.
Yeah.
Right? Super Bowl would be President's Day weekend. And that's because, they say national holiday after the Super Bowl because you have President's Day, right? Well, we're not everybody. I've rarely gotten President's Day off, honestly.
I don't think I ever have.
But you get a lot of people that, they get that Monday off because President's Day is always on a Monday.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, not mad at this idea.
Yeah. If they can make it work, which they won't.
Yeah. I'm curious to see, what other people think about it. I think moving forward, it'd almost be worth trying to save these posts, a link to the post to kind of go through some of the comments, and stuff, see what other people are thinking on it as well.
Well,
how about a beer?
Yes, let's get into it.
I know you still have your.
Oh, I still have it. I've been doing a lot of talking.
You still got your bevy.
Yeah, but I'll sit on it. It's fine. But you might want some glasses.
Phrasing.
Hey you. Yeah, I was listening to Nick and Nigel on their podcast, and there was something that was said. I'm like, I tried to yell out, like, this is why you need a phrasing button.
What was their reaction to that? Shut up.
Nigel just looked at me like, yeah, probably. But Nigel has no control over any of that. Oh, I've been excited about this one.
I'm excited for this one,
You know
too.
what's funny is I almost bought this one. I was at Total Wine last week and was looking at stuff, and I ended up buying a couple 6-packs, and I'm like, well, I might just buy this one separately, and save it for the podcast. Well, then I got home and put the 6-packs in the thing, and I'm like, well, I wonder what else my apologies. I wonder what else Connor bought. And I pulled it out, and I'm like, oh, hell yes. So I'm like, well, we got to make sure we get into that one for this podcast, especially being in baseball season now.
That's why I bought it, baby.
So it's called Crown Town. It's a crisp golden ale, right?
Yeah. From Boulevard.
I like the can.
Yeah, it's a Royals themed.
I'm gonna guess Whiskey Design did that. I do like the smell of this.
It doesn't say.
I'm gonna guess.
But
I don't
yeah,
think
it
their
does.
cans usually say, but Whiskey Design does a lot of stuff similar to that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Whiskey Design does all of Vine Street stuff.
Oh yeah, this smells really good.
And so the ABV on this
might be a banger.
This is only 4.6%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it's funny. When I was talking to Blake at Diametric today, he was saying something. He's like, I'll get you a beer. What do you want? I'm like, I've been very malted out lately. Palate fatigue. He's like, I get it. I understand. I got you. I'm like, thank you.
Is that when he poured you this? Or
yes, because I actually started off with a Sangria Sicer.
I don't remember having that one.
So a Sicer it's like a mead.
Oh, okay.
But it is apple based instead of the honey base.
Oh, cool.
And so they put other fruit into it and make it like a sangria.
This is tasty.
Yeah, no, this is solid.
Not bad for just a blonde ale or a golden ale. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I know, like, at Transparent, we put Flying Lady out. It's solid.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good this year.
What's the clarity like on it?
It's good.
Is it dialed in?
Yes. It is not, doesn't look like a plane going down in a cloud of smoke.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'll have to come in and get it sometime.
Yeah. Well, I'll be out there on Sundays from 4 to close.
Yeah, I was going to go up there yesterday, but we got back from our walk pretty late, and then we had to immediately start making dinner. I'm just well, shit.
Yeah.
Really could go for a post-walk beer right now.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, just send me a message and be like, all right, I'll run it by. Whatever.
Hey, guys, give me like 10 minutes.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'll just I can run it by on my way home because I'm going to kind of go by, at least somewhat by your place on my way home. So kind of starting to get into the entertainment world, if you will.
Oh, yeah, I pulled up a thing. So, but you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Is it entertainment based?
It's video game based.
Hey, good
which
enough.
Is entertainment.
All right. So we all grew up, watching a lot of 80s and 90s sitcom. Most of the people that listen to this show and you and I, right?
Yeah.
And I came across this graphic, and it doesn't have any credit on it, unfortunately. But it says, being an 80s kid means realizing you are now officially getting older than the TV parents you grew up with.
God, that's sad.
So we got, I'm blanking on the first one, with Alex P. Keegan and, it's not Growing Pains. What the fuck was it?
See, I don't know this one.
All right, I'll have to skip that one. But then you got Family Matters.
Yeah.
With Carl, and I'm blanking on the wife's name, Winslow. They were 37 and 39.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to start making some of you guys feel really old.
Ugh.
I think that was Facts of Life. But then you got, I think that was Growing Pains with Alan Thicke, right?
Yeah, that is Alan Thicke.
Yes.
Yeah.
32 and 38 was their ages. And then this one, you'll definitely, Roseanne, right?
Yep.
Which
John
is now
Goodman
considered the Connors, right?
Yep.
They were, Roseanne and John Connor. They were both 36.
Wow.
And how old are you now, Connor?
I will be 35.
Oh, so you're the same age as Angela, because Angela's the boss. From Tony Danza, and I don't remember the other person's name, but
who's the boss?
Yeah, Angela.
Was
Angela's
she
the boss. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you ever seen Community?
It's been a long time.
Oh, well, there was an episode where Danny Pudi's character, why am I blanking? Abed. He goes to a class and it's talking about, it's literally labeled, who's the boss? It's the dichotomy of who actually is the boss in that situation. And he just overly simplifies it. He's like, Angela's the boss. Because she hired him to be there. Yes, he runs things, but she's the boss. Yeah.
That's funny.
And there's this huge debate happening, most of this episode about, why he's wrong. But in that show, Tony Danza was 33 and Angela, the boss, was 35.
Wow.
And that made me feel old.
That'll make anyone feel old.
Because how old did you say you were?
I'll be 35.
35 in July.
So,
right?
Yeah. I'm 34 in 10 months or something. Yeah. 34 in 9 months.
I'm like, we're not that far out, are we? I don't know, because
Well-
I'll be 44.
I'll be 35 in less than 3 months.
Man, how's it feel?
Feels good.
It feels good.
I like it.
All right. This one I've seen before, and I'm like, all right, I gotta save it this time and make sure a Gears of War movie.
Oh yeah.
Now, it's not gonna happen. They've been talking about it for years and years.
No,
and
it's not gonna
I
happen.
don't think it's gonna happen. But, and I think a lot of it was based off of Batista being the main character, which is Phoenix, right? Michael Phoenix. But then there's never really been a talk about who would play some of the other main people on it. So his buddy Dom would be played by John Bernthal, right?
I think that's a great fit.
I think that's a great fit.
Yeah.
Now, I know Dom is supposed to be of a different ethnicity, but I feel like that's a good swap out, right?
Yeah.
He could play the role as far as the character itself, but not, I don't want to say whitewashing, but the idea of, okay, it's somebody different playing the same idea, right? You had Coltrane, right? Played by Terry Crews.
That's such a good fit.
I think that's good. I mean, there's other people that are probably a little bit more, I don't want to say buffer, but like thicker.
Yeah, but it's Terry Crews, man.
It's Terry Crews.
He's fucking jacked.
Yeah,
Like,
he is jacked. But then this one I liked, and I'm blanking on the guy's name. But he was just kind of like this, every group has that one kind of a-hole, right? And, that thinks he's God's gift.
Oh
and
yeah, that's definitely John Cena.
It's John Cena, yes.
That's a great cast. I like that.
Because, did you ever play the first Gears?
Probably. I know I've played a lot of them.
Well, the idea is like it's like buddy, right? You
Yeah.
have your battle buddy, right? So like Phoenix and Dom are partners, right?
Uh-huh.
And then so the other one, I'm blanking on the guy's name, but him and Coltrane, they are partners. Well, at some point in this, I think it was actually the second game when they finally meet up. They all kind of group together to make like a firing squad, and then you can kind of bounce around to the different characters. And like there's a whole scene or a game, a playthrough portion, where Coltrane used to be like this really popular, what was basically football in their time, but then decided to leave the sport to pursue his service. Right. And, like the whole game thing, like you have like the Locust, which is like this like underground race that decides to come up that nobody knew even existed and come up to try to basically take over the, surface world. Right. And so but there's a scene where it's like, it ended up being like an arena that became like the shelter area. But then like there's things that pop up and he just has like this flashback moment that you get to play through. Like he's basically playing the game, but it's knocking out the bad guys at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a great sequence. So, but yeah.
That's a good cast. I like that.
But I feel like that's a good segue then to what you said you got, video game?
Yeah, it's a graphic I found.
Hopefully it's not talking about the tariffs and the Switch 2.
No, we talked about that already, I think.
We talked about Switch 2, but I don't think we talked about the tariffs thing.
So, it is about Nintendo, though. Or, consoles in general. This is how old your childhood is when the Nintendo Switch goes on sale. And oh my god, dude, wow. I've played a lot of these, and it makes me feel old.
Yeah, we're getting there, man.
It makes me feel old.
I still get people that call me like, oh, you're just as a kid. I'm like, you want to tell my body that? It's not about the levels, it's about the experience.
So, when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out, when it's on sale.
Oh, it's like, like we did like the whole Taylor Swift thing the last time the Chiefs didn't win a playoff game.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So, the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, will be 42 years old.
God dang.
By the time the Switch 2 comes out. The one that I grew up with the most, I would say, pretty big impact on my
SNES?
childhood. Sega Genesis. 37.
God dang.
37 years old.
I played a little bit, but Sonic, that was about it.
So I'm gonna go by consoles that I had. So Sega Genesis will be 37. I had that. Game Boy will be 36.
I had a Game Boy, yeah. I saved up my own money to get a Game Boy.
One that I always wanted but I never got was the Game Gear.
I had a Game Gear. It was all right. It was because it was colored and it used up a lot of batteries.
There's one on here that they don't have that I had, which was Sega CD.
See, I never had that.
That came out like around the time of like PlayStation 1.
I think it was before. Honestly, let's see here.
Probably. Speaking of which, PlayStation 1, 31 years old, which is still it's got some fucking classics on there, man. 64 will be 29. I'd say that, and the Genesis. Funny enough, like two, cartridge consoles were the biggest in my childhood, I would say.
What was that one? Sorry.
The N64.
Oh, yeah, and that was a huge one for me, too. We've talked about that before.
Oh, yeah. Game Boy Color, which I also had, came out 9 years after the Game Boy, so it'll be 27.
God dang.
Which...
See, and I never did the color. I never did anything beyond just the regular Game Boy.
I had the Color and the Pocket. Dreamcast, 26.
I did have a Dreamcast.
Xbox OG, 24. Never had but wanted one. The GameCube was also 24.
I never had one of those either, and I really honestly didn't care.
It's crazy that came out the same year as like the OG Xbox.
Which one?
The GameCube.
GameCube?
Came out.
Yeah, they came out. Because, and that was what year?
2000.
God, it's weird to think that the PlayStation came out so much sooner than those. Because I just looked it up. And so this...
well, this thing doesn't even have PlayStation 2 on here, which is weird. Because it goes from PlayStation to PlayStation 3.
Apparently 2 didn't count.
Completely bypasses PlayStation 2.
Well, here, I can tell you.
Completely bypasses... Oh, no, there's the Wii. God damn, the Wii's going to be 19 years old. Fuck.
Almost old enough to drink. So, PlayStation 2 came out in March of 2000.
Wow.
I know that those three systems, like, there was a race to see basically who was going to be first.
Yeah.
And I just looked it up. So, the Sega CD originally released in November of 91.
Yeah, I had one of those.
And then, the PlayStation 1, it was released in North America the 9th of September of 95.
Wow.
So there's a bit of a age gap between those two. Couple years.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, PlayStation 4 is 12 years old now. And
I haven't played like any of the other PlayStations. Like I think I've maybe like my boys, like they've had, I think the 3, and I kind of usually like jump on and play, but like I never really played or owned one or anything since like the 2. Obviously I've had the different Xboxes, but I've not had the newest Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't have a newer PlayStation.
I never had PlayStation 1. I had a friend who had one, but I had 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And I never had the first one. I borrowed the first one before they redesigned it to a smaller, compact version.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to play Metal Gear Solid.
Oh,
and we've talked about that before, where it was the 2-disc.
Yeah. Man, what a great game.
Which was very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Metal Gear and GTA 1, GTA 2.
See, and I never played the GTAs on those. And I played GTA 3 I had a Alienware computer that I had bought, like, as like money.
GTA was on, I only played those on
they were top down.
Game Boy. I only played those on a Game Boy.
Oh, really? They were top down.
Yeah. I know.
I feel like the thought just popped in my head. I'm like, GTA is basically just a mature version of Paperboy.
Oh God, Paperboy. That game.
But like I played GTA 3. Dude, I could have gotten you something.
No, you're fine. I was just trying to prevent a
sneeze.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks.
You're like, God, I still remember that day you were sneezing. I'm like, bless you. You're like, God damn it.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, I played GTA 3 on PC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and again, I bought an Alienware computer with basically like, I think it was like graduation money I got from high school.
I never really got into like PC gaming except for maybe like Roller
never
Coaster
did, so.
Tycoon and The Sims.
I did that a little bit.
A little bit of Doom.
I played a lot
Doom
of like Flight Simulator because of ROTC.
I remember playing a lot of Command and Conquer.
I did some like Doom. Yeah.
Command and Conquer, and there was a Blues Brothers game that I played a lot. And Lemmings. Oh, I forgot about Lemmings.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, man! I'm just like blowing my mind right here.
Yeah. Well, nowadays, like you can play a lot of the PC games or console games on a PC.
Yeah.
You can plug a controller into a PC. Where before, like that was just like not really doable.
I'm ready for this beer.
All right. So yeah, I'll let you get into it then.
I haven't had one of these in a long fucking time.
The champagne.
And it might be one of my favorite, like, macros.
The champagne of beers.
Coors Banquet, baby. And the stubby glass.
Well, I guess that's not the champagne of beers, is it? That's
High Life.
Yeah, High Life.
Which also a great fucking beer.
Has a similar label if you think about it. I feel like.
Hand me your glass, sir.
Oh yeah. There you are.
I'm
grab that
a big
can.
fan of Coors Banquet.
Grab this glass. There's a saying underneath this cap. It says, "Quietly work. Let success speak up."
Yeah, they all have little phrases on them.
This cap actually reminds me of I've been saving my caps for years and years, and like at some point I'll make something. I think I finally determined what I should probably make. A flag.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm like, shit, do I really have that many whites and blues and reds though? And
yeah.
I'm
might have to drink up some Coors Banquets.
I mean, not saying no, but not
saying
my
yes.
style. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
It definitely has that lager smell.
Sure does. Sure does, baby.
Well, that was one of the things, like, they had a Pilsner today. It was a New Zealand Pilsner today on the show.
Man, that's good.
And Nick was like, he's like, this feels wrong. Like, he's like, I don't like this. I'm like me and Blake were sitting next to each other, like just kind of watching them talk and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
And I looked at him like, it tastes like a regular Pilsner to me. He's like, yeah, it does. I'm like, and he's like, I feel like something
Nick
like
just doesn't like Pilsners.
Nick was saying, he's like, I think something's off on this one. And I'm like, I looked over at Blake. I'm like, did you pick up any oxidation? He's like, no, not really. I'm just like, okay. And then that's what I showed. And I'm like, Nick, that's just because you like sours.
Yeah, you don't like beer that tastes like beer.
Well, remember when they started the show, Nick didn't like sours.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I yelled that out, Nick like looked at me. He's like, yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah, he sure does. Man, what a great beer. Big fan.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
1936 stubby bottle, baby.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but it's a brown bottle.
Yep.
So, all right.
100% Rocky Mountain water. Have you been to Coors or a larger brewing facility like a Anheuser or?
I think there was one I went to as a kid because they actually allowed kids to go on the tour, but clearly I didn't get to enjoy anything. Yeah. I feel like it was a Colorado-based one, so I'm going to have to assume Coors.
Yeah, I went to Anheuser when I was, a kid.
Yeah.
Didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I know that I could eat pretzels. That was cool.
So, yeah, I definitely need to start getting out and doing a few more things. So, speaking of, well, we didn't really talk much about pricing and whatnot, but...
for the Switch? Or
well, just in general.
What are you talking about?
Something else I just recently saved. And actually, I was kind of surprised. I was expecting these numbers to be stupid.
Oh, is this for the Masters?
Yes, this was Masters. So DraftKings posted this. Apparently, Masters aren't greedy. And I feel like we talked about this last year.
Probably.
Honestly. But yeah.
I mean, it's because it costs a fucking arm and a leg to get in, I'd imagine.
There is that, yes. But somebody took a picture, and that's one of the other things I realized. Like, they don't allow phones.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I found that out this year.
I found that out after he won, and like so people were posting, You know, like there was obviously photographers that then posted,
Yeah.
like, hey, there's not a phone. Like, it's just people there in
What a concept.
the moment. I know.
That's what I loved about seeing Jack White 2 years ago was like you had to seal your phone away in a pouch because he just wanted you to enjoy the show and to talk to people
Yeah.
and not fucking look at the show through your phone.
Yeah. And see, that's one of those things. Like, I'll take a couple pictures.
I'll take
Like-
one before the show starts, and that's it. I put my fucking phone
There's been times
away.
I've taken a couple pictures and maybe like a 30-second video.
Yeah.
But like, I remember like the last couple concerts I went to. Like, yeah, there's somebody pretty much there recording
Just
the whole
being-
goddamn thing.
They're looking at it through like
Yeah.
you realize it's happening
It's
right
in front of
you.
you. Just watch it. Save the memory in your head.
Yeah. Or like go on YouTube later because some asshole's gonna upload
Yeah.
it later.
Like,
so
you
don't
don't
be
need
that asshole.
something to save for your grandkids. It's not like your grandkids aren't gonna believe you regardless.
Yeah, they're gonna
We're
be
like, oh yeah, I remember like I did this. Here's the proof. They're not gonna care.
I saw Primus back in 2008.
Yeah. But anyway, some of the prices on here. So, obviously, us being poor decisions and all. Domestic beer, $6.
That's not bad.
Import beer, $6.
Hey,
White wine, $6.
I think it was DraftKings also posted. They're like, all right, you have $10. Put together what you would order at the Masters.
Yeah.
And it was like 8 items.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, that's tough, man.
That is
Like
tough.
definitely a beer.
Oh yeah. And that's $10. That's 60% of your budget
Yeah.
right there.
I think I
But-
selected a beer, an egg salad sandwich.
That's a bold move for you.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm at the Masters.
Because an egg salad sandwich is $1.50.
Because then let's see. So that gets me to $7.50. So I have $2.50 to spend.
So we're skipping breakfast, and there's snacks down here.
Yeah, shit. That's tough, man. $2.50. I might just go for fresh mixed fruit, and just like boom. I don't want anything left over. I don't want 50 cents. I don't want to be over.
Oh well, that you'd have to order before 10 then, because that's on the breakfast thing. It says serve till 10.
Oh, that's
a.m.
fine. That's fine. I can do
Okay. Early lunch, right?
that. Yeah.
I mean, I probably didn't eat breakfast anyway.
But I would definitely go for a beer, an egg salad sandwich, and some fruit.
Yeah. But like, there's some fantastic looking items on here though too.
What would you do for $10, Bryan?
Oh, good question. So I mean, I'm kind of curious about this Crow's Nest beverage. I'm gonna guess it's alcoholic.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Because everything above that is like you have the soft drink, bottled water, and fresh brewed iced tea.
Yeah.
And then you have Crow's Nest, which is it's in cursive as well, and it has a little Masters logo next to it. So I feel like
It's their like official
it's their
cocktail or
official,
something.
yeah. But like, because even on the sandwiches and the snacks, they have an item that's next to, or like it has the little Masters logo next to that item.
It's a wheat ale beer brewed exclusively for the Masters.
So then, yes, I'm definitely getting that. So there's $6 right there.
It's a Belgian style wheat.
That's fine.
Okay.
I know I'm not a huge fan of.
Belgian styles.
I
or
like
wheats.
some of the Belgians, but they fuck with me.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're in the place. You do the local stuff.
What do you
that's
think?
Made
What do
specifically
you think
for
the import is? A Heineken
Oh yeah.
or like a Blue Moon? I'd go for a domestic.
You don't think they have Corona?
They might.
Dos Equis?
Not Dos Equis.
Stella?
Yeah, I could see that.
With the foil top.
But it's definitely like they pour it into a cup for you.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I would prefer that.
If they would just give me a fucking one of these,
Oh yeah.
give me a Banquet, then I'm good to go.
Oh yeah.
Coors, if you're looking for we need a sponsor, and why not Coors?
Oh yeah, that was the other thing that today listed.
It's the Banquet beer.
Nick was trying to negotiate a sponsorship with Taylor and Burn Theory, but the problem is I feel like he kept calling it. He's like, oh yeah, it's our tot sponsor. I'm like, it's Burn Theory, man.
Yeah.
Like, call it by with a name.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's Burn Theory is our sponsor, providing tots.
So you've got your Crow's Nest.
Yeah. So that's $6. You know what? And you said it's a Belgian wheat.
The Belgian wheat.
So staying on par with that. I almost feel like I would go with the Master's Club sandwich, which is $3.
So you have $1 left now.
I have $1 left. And apparently I'm not going to be able to get anything else.
You can't get anything else.
Yeah, so I got $1 left. So you know what? You know what that leaves me? A tip.
I don't know. I wouldn't tip them.
It's only $1. It's 10%.
That's fair.
Not even.
That's fair. No, that's a good selection. That's a good selection. I like that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the Master Club, should be, I use my quote unquote fingers again, be a little bit more filling.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still, I think that's a good. Now, I am curious about this. They had Georgia Peach Ice Cream Sandwich.
Oh, I bet that's really.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's $3. It's literally, besides the beers, that's one of the most expensive items on the thing. I mean, most of the sandwiches are $3 as well.
Except for the egg salad, $1.50, baby.
I know. Should have gotten two of them.
Hey, man, it's got protein in it.
Should have gotten 2 of them.
Nah, then I'd have $1 left over.
Yeah, tip.
No, I'm going for fruit.
I'm going for fruit, fucker.
Because next time I want some cocktail. Fruit.
Oh, I forgot about that. All right. Do we want to go ahead and start wrapping this up? Because we should probably record a special.
We should, we've got stews.
Yeah. And then next week we'll record
2 episodes.
2 episodes. Yes.
Pew, pew, pew.
Let's do it.
Because we're getting closer and closer to me being gone for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh. I'm excited for you, man.
I'm excited too, man.
So
I got my last batch of clothes that just came in today.
Oh,
so,
for the trip?
Yeah, and I'm also like trying to just do a wardrobe
change.
That's
one of those things. I'm like, I really don't have any other shirts that aren't like transparent shirts.
All I have is like brewery t-shirts and Primus t-shirts, and I'm not going to wear that shit in Italy.
Not with that, dude.
I don't want to. I don't want to stick out like a sore thumb and then be like, oh, this guy's an American.
It's like, tell me you're American without telling me you're American.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a brewery shirt.
Yeah.
It's like wearing a military shirt. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a whole wardrobe overhaul that I'm doing. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Some work clothes. Other work clothes.
Well, I'm wearing my work shirt right now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's got a pocket on it.
It does. And it has a $2 bill in there.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did I tell that story on the last podcast where the guy gave us a $2 bill and said, like, hey, that needs to be in front so everybody can see it?
I think so.
I'm just like, okay,
if not, you told
me.
me.
I wasn't there at the time, but he told Jen. So when Jen told me, I'm like, was he old? Was he a grandpa?
Probably.
She's like, no, really, I don't think he was that old. I'm just like, that's weird.
Weird flex, bro.
But thanks for the $2.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. All right. So we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up, though.
Oh, show.
And shout out to all the supporters that we do have.
We appreciate your support. We appreciate the listens.
Yeah. And I'm definitely going to start pushing on. I think I might just start back with trying to do sound clips of episodes.
Yeah.
Just that way we get at least something on the socials.
Yeah.
And, start promoting a little bit more, getting our name back out there. And because I think we're dialed in as far as the entertainment thing. We have some lulls, but
it's
ultimately,
no one's perfect.
We're just trying to enjoy ourselves. But yeah, we need to start pushing more on the socials. So as we get, all we ask really is as we get more stuff out there on the socials, please reshare that stuff.
Yeah.
For us, go follow us on the Facebook and Instagram, and when you see us post something, reshare it.
That's all you gotta do.
Because I know we got pretty good interaction with. I shared the Rex Manning Day post.
Yeah.
And then tagged you and me in it, and
yeah,
it was
well received.
It was a good post for us.
Yes, indeed.
So yes. So
indubitably.
Hope you all enjoyed Rex Manning Day, and
I know I did.
Damn
the man.
Save the Empire.
That's right.
Open until midnight.
On that note.
Thank you, everybody.
Shut it down.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.